Hi, it is me, Phoenix, aka the one and only Supreme Unicorn God, and we're gonna play some more Secret Files Tunguska today. Splode, leave me alone, you're not getting my food. I have food today, courtesy of my lovely boyfriend, Skylar. He decided to do the lunch today. And so we are going to get back into this. Let me put on the in-game. Don't want to forget that again. Okay, so.
A beautiful animal. Wouldn't it make a wonderful bedside rug? The fur is quite soft. It would definitely... Don't look at me like that, or I'll put my thoughts into action. It makes a very solid...
Okay, we have ketchup packets.
There will be... First aid? Only first aid for alcoholics. 1 bottle of vodka and nothing else. No bandages, no painkillers. Apart from the vodka, of course. It's a pity that civilization has progressed even into deepest Russia. The trough is empty. Clearly, nobody seems to take very good care of the animals. A small plug. If I pull the plug on that barrel. Through a small hole in the lid, you can see that it's almost full of water.
Okay. I know that over here. I remember this.
I definitely won't fell the tree with that. I'll limit myself to the bark. That poor animal is drinking as if there were no tomorrow.
Nice. I got to give the reindeer water. Okay. Let's look in here.
Sorry for simply barging in like this, but I'm looking for...
Medicine. Parchment. Burnt.
What? Which parchment? And what kind of medicine? I don't understand. The old guy seems to be in a kind of semi-conscious state. I'm not at all sure if he can even hear me. Obviously, he needs some kind of medication. I'll take a look around. The fire hasn't completely destroyed the parchment, but it is pretty charred and brittle. These bits of parchment have been so badly fire damaged that they'll fall apart if I pick them up. I'll have to restore them somehow.
Like that.
No.
The old guy obviously doesn't. They all look as if they're about to fall apart. I'll be very careful that... One of the threads has come loose. I don't need any more of them, so I'll leave the tassels where they are.
Let's find out.
The scissors are so blunt that I'll only...
Okay, then how do I sharpen the scissors?
Too big. Then I'll get on with my favorite hobby and start destroying things.
Okay.
If I touch...
Let's see.
Not really the superlative in whetstones, but these scissors can't get any blunter. And
No! Oh, wait. There we go. Let it...
I know. They're under the protection of nature conservation. A failed and abandoned attempt to plant and raise a tomato plant, known to the biologist as Solanum lycopersicum. For others, love or paradise apple, a member of the nightshade family.
Let's see. I kind of remember how to do this section, so...
Easy there, boy. If I take the spoon, the hairs, and this thread, and I... Hey! It works! If I paint the resin very carefully over the parchment pieces... It worked! 5 parts of the source of life, 2 parts of root of tears, 1 part blood of the night, 3 parts drops of intoxication, to be taken shortly before it unites with the wind. What effect it is supposed to have isn't noted, just as much as how to get each ingredient.
Okay.
It is almost half.
So... Is there a bowl or something?
Hey, old man, wake up. Is this the recipe for your medicine? It really does seem to be the recipe. The old guy wants me to prepare it in this vial. I'll have to hurry preparing his medicine. He's not going to hold out for much longer.
That. No. Needs water.
5 parts from the source of life. Got it. Ketchup is made of tomatoes. Tomatoes belong to the nightshade family. That could be the connection to the Blood of the Night reference. I'll try it. A few drops of the intoxication. I could press out the gentian bulb with that.
Okay.
Well, that must be the right doses, depending, of course, on the bulb being meant as the root of tears. Hopefully this witch's brew doesn't blow up in my face. I have no idea when the stuff is ready, but before it all evaporates... Evaporate! That's it! To be taken before it unites with the wind. Then the medicine must be finished. Drink, old man. I hope that helps.
Thanks.
My pleasure. What happened?
A little difference of opinion with the guards.
Guards? From the research station?
Yes, Oh, it's not important.
Not so important. You nearly died.
But I'm alive. And you aren't just here to help me, are you? You have some questions.
Yes. How did you know?
Your eyes betray you. The eyes betray everyone. Your eyes. I know your eyes. They were here once a long time ago.
Me? I was most certainly not.
Yes, they were. But they weren't in the body of a young woman. You're the daughter of... What was his name again?
Vladimir Kalenkow? You know my father?
Yes, Vladimir was his name. He came to me back then like you are today, with the same eyes.
I need your help. If you knew my father, then you can also tell me what happened here all those years ago.
I'm only a shepherd. I've always been a shepherd, and I will remain a shepherd for the rest of my life.
But...
I know my place in life, and you should know yours too. Listen to the words of a simple man. My son didn't listen to me.
What do you mean?
You want to know what happened here almost 50 years ago, and what is happening here today. My son was also curious. He didn't want to listen to me. He found a strange piece of metal in the woods, and he asked questions. The wrong questions to the wrong people. I never saw him again. There are things that we are just not meant for. If we don't realize this...
Old man, your words may be very wise, but my father is in danger and I need your help.
I know. I can see it in your eyes. You really are just like your father. I also warned him, but he didn't want to listen to me either. He entered the cursed realm of the Ugdi, the evil thunderbirds that had been sent to cause endless sickness since the year of the great catastrophe. Your father ignored my warning, and his companion must have paid dearly for it. I know that I cannot stop you, so I will tell you where your father had his camp back then. Follow the northern path until you reach the swamps, and you will find what you are looking for. But always remember my words. Be careful in everything you do. Things happen here that no one can even begin to imagine.
The Evank was right. The atmosphere here is real strange.
Piece of bay leaf.
So unreal. Even if perhaps a good portion of superstition is involved, I have a strange feeling here. And then the story with the thunderbirds and the endless sickness. Pull yourself together, Nina. You're just exhausted. There are no thunderbirds, and any phenomenon, no matter how mysterious, can be explained rationally. Hopefully. That must be the site that the old man spoke of. My father started his expeditions from here. Maybe I'll find an explanation here of how the events of the past link with the kidnapping of my father. That must be the research station that the transit train was supposed to be going to. Has it even arrived there at all? The research station is certainly impressive. It even has its own runway, and probably just as impressively secured. I can forget getting in there. I'm not even sure that I want to go in anyway. After all, I have heard and read about this station and the place it was built on. Anyway, the station does radiate a certain fascination. Not a positive one, and the longer I look, the more I get the shivers. I'd better make my way back. There's a lot to do, and I still don't know.
Okay.
Wow, what a monster! I have to ask, even if I'm talking to myself, how did that thing get here? There still seems to be a bit of diesel oil in there. This has been plundered. Everything that can be taken off and carried is gone. There is obviously no more fuel in it. That would have been too good. An old drinking water. There's still plenty of vodka in there. If I want the one spirit, I think I will have to get rid of the other. Nastarovia! Oops, I think I'm a bit out of practice.
And now Nina's drunk.
That's what I call quality craftsmanship. Over 50 years old, and it still works like it did when it came out of the factory. I'll hold both nuts close to the coils, but not too close, otherwise I'll be toast. As a result, they seem to have become magnetized. I should probably watch out where... The small windows are absolutely filthy.
Oh. I knew I saw something.
I'll light the lamp. I can't see. As an obedient little housewife, of course I know what my duties are. The wall is covered in soot. You can't just wipe it.
Is there Wasn't there a stream?
That must be a tributary of the stony Tunguska. It's not.
What do you want? Can you leave me alone, please, Flute? I am trying to stream. I have viewers. I am trying to entertain. Let me do my job.
An 8mm film projector. There is no roll of film.
Gotta figure out this puzzle.
The river drops about 30 meters.
Oh
An old rag.
What am I supposed to wet it with?
The sunlight. The rag is soaked through.
Aha!
I would never have dreamed that one day I would clean out a chimney from the inside.
Okay. Let me write that down. 7.5. 3. 10.5. 6. Okay, so
That's strange. Obviously, the compass needle only moves when I press the button. I seem to have triggered a mechanism, but nothing has happened yet.
7.5. 3. 10.5. 6.
A secret compartment.
Yeah.
There are a few old documents, and I'll have a look at the documents. Maybe my father left them there. Yes, indeed. He describes that the 1958 expedition apparently could not provide an explanation why the plant growth has changed so much here since the catastrophe of 1908. The discovery of a meteorite, hoped for by the government as a cause of the devastating explosion, also did not materialize. For this reason, neither my father in his function as the leader of the expedition, nor the biologist, Ken Morangi, could provide an unambiguous conclusion, which obviously was not regarded favorably by the authorities. Oh, and they are also briefly mentioning Oleg here, but apparently he was not that important. I guess I'd better not tell him that. Years later, in his function as a geologist at the Academy of Sciences in Moscow, my father examined a strange piece of metal that had been found in the Tunguska region. He then was able to prove its non-terrestrial origins, which breathed new life into the meteorite theory. However, upon further analysis, he and his colleague, Manuel Perez, discovered traces that indicated that the metal had been worked. When they wanted to publish their discovery in the Kolenkov Expert, it was completely, surprisingly rejected. and they were forbidden any further examination of the rock. When my father continued to inquire about the happenings in the Tunguska region, he was dismissed from the Academy of Sciences. The last entries are from 1977. Obviously, he and Manuel Perez went to the Tunguska region on their own. They hoped to find additional fragments of that strange material so they could continue their studies. What the goal was and what happened isn't written down in here. In addition, I have this burning desire to know what is going on with this fragment. On the one hand, it's probably not of terrestrial origin, but on the other hand, it was processed. That would mean the old Evank also said something about his son finding some metal fragment in the woods and then suddenly disappearing. That would fit in with the fact that my father was even thrown out of the Academy of Sciences due to his analysis. I hope that I will find some more answers on that roll of film. Damn, the bulb has burned out. It's not possible to just pop around to the... An 8mm... Without a replacement for that burnt-out bulb, I won't be able to see anything. I've wrapped the tinfoil. Yep, that should work. Since it's rather dark in here, the light reflected by my modified glass shard should do it.
There we go.
So, Manuel, the camera's rolling.
Please excuse me for a moment. I'll be right back.
Manuel!
Uh-oh.
What was that? Lightning? Or sheet lightning? And what happened to this Manuel Perez? That sounded like an explosion. I should see what's going on. Looks as if half the station exploded.
Uh-oh.
Come on, come on! Move your asses! The intruders have to be around here somewhere. We'll get them. Spread out.
Oh, my head. What was that? Feels like someone sifted through my thoughts.
Maybe
There's
they
someone
did.
up there. Get them.
Damn. I have to get away from here.
Cool.
Thanks. That was close.
No problem. I told you that I would catch you if you were ever standing on the edge of a precipice. What happened? We just saw that some areas of the research station were in flames, and suddenly there were soldiers everywhere.
I don't know much more either. Suddenly, two strange figures appeared in front of me out of nowhere.
From the FSB?
No, they weren't agents. I'm not really sure. This may sound kind of stupid, but I'm not even sure if they were human.
What?
I don't know how I should describe it. It was more like a feeling that I got from them.
What did they want? Did they say anything?
They didn't really speak. It was more like voices inside my head. It was as if they were looking for an answer.
What kind of answer?
I don't know how to describe the feeling. It was as if my head was going to explode. I've never experienced pain like that. And then suddenly, I knew that I wanted to tell them everything. It was suddenly so clear.
You told them everything?
No, Before I could say anything, the soldiers came, and the two figures disappeared as suddenly as they appeared. Where are we flying to anyway?
In the meantime, Sergei has found out that your father was never in Moscow. So it almost looks as if the entire trip was pretty much in vain.
No, on the contrary. I'm now sure that my father was kidnapped for some reason that has to do with the Tunguska catastrophe.
How come?
I found some of my father's old documents. If I haven't misunderstood them, he was on the trail of something big, and I have a name. Manuel Perez. He was with my father back then, and we also know approximately where he is now.
Yes, in a mental institution on Cuba. Great lead.
It's gotta be worth a try. And there's another name on the list. This Irish biologist, Ken Morangi.
That's right. I know that I have already asked a lot from you two, and am deeply indebted to you. And I would understand...
Stop rambling. What's your plan? You're heading to Cuba and I'm heading to Ireland?
You'd really do that?
You can pay me back some other time. For example, by buying me a cup of hot coffee.
Max, you're a sweetheart.
And don't you ever forget it.
Oh, they're flirting.
Oleg, I'm not usually like that. But what should I do? Besides you two, I don't have anyone who could help me. And if my father...
It's okay. We enjoy helping you, honestly. So don't worry about us. Concentrate on your dad.
Yeah, okay. We already found the psychiatric hospital. I only hope that this Perez is still here.
Why shouldn't he? But first I have to take care of some formalities. Will you be okay without me?
Sure. I can manage the 20 yards to the reception desk by myself. Go on. I'll be all right.
Okay. See you later.
Okay, so today was just going to be a short stream because I know that next section you go back and forth between the two. Hang on, I'll show you. You can go back and forth.
Morangi must live here somewhere nearby, if he's still alive. Hopefully the locals can help me.
So that and both of the sections are pretty long. So we're going to stop here. It's just going to be a short stream today. And next time we will do those two things. And, let's see. We're going to do those two next time. Thank you for joining me for this short stream. I feel bad about not being able to stream the past few days. I've been caught up in a lot of stuff, and I wanted to at least give something, even though mentally I'm not all here right now. I have a lot on my plate mentally, and so I can't do full streams right this second, but I will do my best to give some within the next few days. Once again, thank you for joining me. You can find my socials on my profile, and this footage will go up on YouTube right after stream. I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.